Hello, my name is Kindson Munonye, and today we are starting our discussion on a new knowledge area, and that is project cost management knowledge area. Before now, we completed our discussion on project time management knowledge area. My last presentation was control schedule, where we compare the actual performance of the project work to the schedule baseline. Today, we are going to be looking at project cost management knowledge area. Project cost management includes the processes involved in planning, estimating, budgeting, funding, managing, and controlling costs so that the project can be completed within the approved budget. Project cost management is primarily concerned with the cost of the resources needed to complete project activities. Project cost management should also consider the effect of project decisions on subsequent recurring costs of using, maintaining, and supporting the product, service, or result of the project. Alright, we also have that cost management planning effort occurs early in the project planning and sets the framework for each of the cost management processes so that the performance of the process will be efficient and coordinated. Let's now have an overview of all the processes in the cost management knowledge area. The first one is plan cost management, and this process establishes the policies, procedures, and documentation for planning, managing, and expending and controlling of project costs. The next one is estimate costs. Here we develop an approximation of the monetary resources needed to complete the project activities, and then we determine budgets by aggregating the estimated cost of individual activities or work packages to establish an authorized cost baseline. And finally, under monitoring and controlling, we monitor the stages of the project to update the project costs and managing changes to cost baseline as needed. Let's now move into the first process in the cost management knowledge area, and that is plan cost management. Plan cost management is the process that establishes the policies, procedures, and documentation for planning, managing, expending, and controlling project costs. The key benefit of this process is that it provides the guidance and direction on how the project costs will be managed. Let's now take a look at the ITTOs of the plan cost management process. The inputs are the project management plan, the project charter, enterprise environmental factors, and organizational process assets. There are three tools and techniques needed: expert judgments, analytical techniques, and meetings. And then we have just one output from the plan cost management, and that is the cost management plan. Let's now take a closer look at these items. We do need the project management plan for us to plan cost management, because the project management plan contains information used to develop cost management plan. The project management plan, just as you know, contains other subsidiary plans and baseline. So the scope baseline is contained here, which is made up of the WDBS dictionary and the project scope statement. We also have the schedule baseline it defines when the project costs will be incurred. Then we also have other related costs related items may also be there in the project management plan that will help us to plan cost management. We need the project charter because it provides a summary budget from which the detailed project costs will be developed. The project charter also defines the project approval requirements that will influence the management of the project costs. Enterprise environmental factors like organizational cultures, market conditions, currency exchange rates, published commercial information are all enterprise environmental factors that can affect the planned cost management process. And of course, we need the organizational process assets, for instance, financial control procedures of the organization, historical information and lesson learned knowledge basis of the organization, and existing formal and informal cost estimating policies, procedures, and guidelines. Let's now look at the tools and techniques needed for planned cost management. One of them is expert judgment. Expert judgment can be very handy when we have to plan cost management. Experts can help you see various areas you need to reconcile differences between the methods you want to use, particular areas that they are experts, you can use the knowledge or expertise of this knowledge to do it. Of course, we need analytical techniques for us to plan cost management. We need to decide what kind of options we need to fund the project. Will it be self-funding, funding with equity, with debt, etc., etc.? Analytical techniques might include payback period, return on investment, internal rate of return, discounted cash flow, and net present value. Of course, we need meetings as well. Project teams may hold planning meetings to be able to develop an effective cost management plan. Let's now take a look at the outputs. The output of planned cost management is just the cost management plan. Now, the cost management plan is a very, very rich and comprehensive document that describes how project cost will be planned, structured, and controlled. The cost management plan provides establishes units of measure. Is it liters, meters, tons, kilometers? Level of precision needed, is it to the 100 or to the tenths or to the 1000s? So unit level of precision, level of accuracy plus minus 10%, etc. is also established in the cost management plan. Organizational procedures link. For instance, the work breakdown structure provides framework for cost management plan, allowing for consistency with cost estimates and control costs. So the cost management plan can also have a link with the work breakdown structure to be able to get relevant information from the work breakdown structure. The WBS component used for project cost accounting is called control account. Yes, take note of this point. The WBS component that is placed in the WBS to help for cost accounting is control account. So all the work packages, or each of the work packages, is assigned a control account. It's possible to assign more than one work package to a control account. So control account is at a higher level of the work package. Each control account is assigned a unique code or account number that links directly to the performing organization's account system. The cost baseline also establishes a control threshold. Variance threshold for monitoring cost performance may be specified in the cost baseline. Rules for performance measurement, for instance, end value measurement, are also set in the cost baseline. We have a point in the WBS, that is control accounts we've mentioned, end value measurement techniques to be employed, tracking methodologies. All these are specified in the cost management plan. Other factors established by the cost management plan are reporting formats. The format and frequency for various cost reports are defined in the cost management plan, process descriptions, and additional details. So this is how we are wrapping it up in the project cost and the planned cost management process. And join me in my next presentation as I'll start with the next process in the cost management knowledge area, and that will be estimate costs. I'm taking you back right to the ITTOs page, so you spend some time to get used to these ITTOs. I'd like to thank you very much for joining me.